Now let's take a look at the fillet and chamfer tools. I've created this simple box here and I want to do something a little bit fancier to the edges. So first thing we're going to have a look at is this fillet tool up here in the 3D model ribbon. If I click the fillet tool, up comes this little menu and there's a few things I can do. If I only wanted to change one edge, you can see that it's highlighted red. I can go ahead and click on that and it'll start to fillet. If I want to change the dimension, I can click on this arrow and change it manually, or I can come over here and update it myself. So let's make that one 4mm. That works well if I just want the one edge, but if I wanted to do more than one, I've got some options over here. I could choose to do a loop, and that'll do all 4 edges on a side, or I can choose to do a feature which will allow me to do the complete model and add a fillet onto that. I'm going to go ahead and click OK to save that, and now I've created myself a rounded box with a 5mm fillet. If I ever want to change that feature, I just need to find it over here in my browser. You can see it's the right one because the model highlights to show me that that's the right feature. If I double click on that, I can come along and change the dimension. I can also right click on that feature and choose to delete it to get rid of it and return the cube back to its original form. The other thing we might like to do is add a chamfer onto the corners. So I'll click the chamfer tool. Again, we have a lot of options we can choose. I can do one edge, which is set to 2mm, so again I can click on this to extend it or change my dimension in the distance field. I can also choose to change the distance and angle. In this case, I'll choose a face, and then I'll choose the edges, and I can change the distance here, for example, to 10 and the angle to 70 degrees. The third option with chamfer is 2 distances. This works similar to the angle, except I'm working in millimeters for both dimensions. So in this case I'm changing the dimension there to 10mm, and then I can come along and change the second dimension down to something a little bit more drastic. Once I'm happy with that, I can click OK to complete the chamfer. I can also go along and do a second chamfer tool, and this time check a second edge to do a different level of a chamfer. In this case I'll do a 10mm. In this case I'll change that to 3mm, and I'll add a little 3mm to all the top corners here. And there I've added a chamfer to my cube.